Hello. We're just waiting to see who gets in before we actually start. So I'm doing a bit more on the square blanket, which is growing. This is that little yellow square that I started with. There. That little yellow square there. And I started off doing 1 stitch lemon, 1 stitch white. And I didn't like that, so I took it out and I've done 1 row lemon, 1 row white all the way through. It actually looks much better, look. I'm quite happy with that. I'm almost used up the first 2 balls of yarn. So that'll be 100 grams of lemon and 100 grams of white. And there's still a bit to go, so it'll be probably up to about 300 grams by the time I finish. You're going to have to read out the messages because I haven't got the right glasses on for that.
Oh, typical. Oh, absolutely typical. Wilma's first on the mark. Hello, Wilma.
Hi, Wilma. How are you? How's your knee? I'm still struggling a bit with mine, but when I spoke to the physio on Wednesday at the session, he said if it doesn't improve over the next week or so, he's going to have me back into the hospital unit and perhaps get another x-ray and see what's going on, because he did expect it to be a bit better than it is. But hey ho, I'm working on this yellow and white blanket, which is coming up rather nicely. And it's not furling. I haven't let this one furl like the other one did, where the other one was just furling over at the end like that. This one's flat. All the corners are flat. Well, they will be when I've finished. So just waiting for a few more to come in. Who else is in? I can't read those.
Oh, I've lost me messages.
Well, turn around and look behind you then.
No, they should be on here. Carol Robertson, hello.
Hi, Carol.
Mimi's here.
Hi. Sorry?
Mimi's here.
Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
Wilma Mackenzie getting better, but still struggling getting in and out of my car. Hopefully, physio discharging me next week due to muscle exercises.
Yeah. Ask them if you can, if they do the 3 months in a gym thing, to carry on the exercises for you. You go a minimum of once a week, preferably twice, but it just strengthens the rest of your body to help with your knee. So I'd never heard of it before. They said to me that was what they wanted me to do. So it might be worth asking about that and just see how you get on. Just all these little double crochets all the way around. And while I'm doing this one, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what it would look like with a half treble all the way around. Or I wonder what it would be like in Aran. I wonder what colours I can use next.
Wilma says just got leaflets, but we'll inquire.
Okay. Yeah, it's worth asking. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost you anything. It's all free because it's under the NHS, and the physio comes in on the 1 session a week and shows you how to use the machines and sees, just keeps a check on how you're doing. I'm going to be doing some knitting, don't worry. I just thought I'd wait for a few people to get in first. We were on just a few minutes early. So is that somebody else just come in down the bottom? Or is that Wilma's?
That's Wilma.
That's Wilma's. Snowy Cat not there?
Hey, Snowy Cat, where are you?
Where's my moderator?
I'm here.
No, you're not the moderator. You're the director and the producer.
I'm the shaky cameraman. Apologies for the shaky camera. I can't figure out how to stop the camera from shaking when I'm carrying it round.
Are you gripping it too tight?
Don't know. Does that affect it?
That'll do it, yes.
Oh.
That'll do it.
Right, you'd better be the camera person then.
No, I didn't say I could do it, but that does make a difference.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, how's everybody getting on with the knitting or crochet? And how's everybody getting on with the mittens? Is anybody actually doing mittens here tonight? Or am I doing them on my own? And we're only on for half an hour, so I'm going to crack on in a minute. And we've only got 7 rows to do, but they're fiddly rows. So I thought we'd do those.
Snowy Cat, hi Wilma, Mimi and Carol. Hello, Snowy Cat.
Hi, Snowy Cat. Where were you? Did you go back and think we weren't on? I'm glad to see you there, Snowy Cat. Don't forget we're going to De Beers on Tuesday.
Sorry?
Snowy Cat. Okay. I'll meet you there because I'm having to go over to Harperfields in the morning and I'm coming straight over to De Beers after that. So I'll meet you there just before 1 o'clock. Okay. Outside Glory Glory. Now that's confused everybody, hasn't it? That's a hairdresser's that's in a garden centre. Talk about different. So I'm going to go and get my hair cut. And I met up with somebody today that I used to work with about 8 years ago now. Phil?
Yeah.
It's got to be, hasn't it?
Something like that.
2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to be about at least 6, 7 years ago. And I saw her coming up the shop. And I turned around to Phil. I said, I used to work with her. He said, have you said hello? I said, no, I'm just going to try and catch her eye. And I caught her eye and I went, you all right? And she looked at me and she went, oh my God, you've had your hair cut. When I used to work with her, my hair was down to my coccyx at the back, right down my spine. And I used to have it up in a ponytail up here. And that was how I always wore it. But it was long. And she said, I almost didn't recognise you with you. I said, I can't get over you've had your hair cut. I said, yeah. I said, it's being cut again next week. So it'll be much shorter. So that was funny. It was nice to see her, though. Right, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start with the... I was just telling them, Snowy Cat, that this I'm doing... This is the one I showed you last week that had just got the little square. And what I started doing last week was 1 stitch lemon, 1 stitch white. And that really didn't look right to me. So I frogged it back to the square and then did row white, row lemon, row white, row lemon all the way through. And this is how far I've got now. And I've almost used 200 grams of yarn doing that. 100 grams of lemon and 100 grams of white. So that's that one. And I was saying, these ones aren't furled because I've done it slightly different. So these ones, the corners sit flat, not like the other one. So I'm going to put this away. Let me just do that and do that. Oh, and then, oh, do that over there. Right. If you remember, you know what we should have done? We should have put the little table up and I could have done it over a table.
Oh, never mind. Maybe next week.
If you remember, we were placing the thumb last week, and it's what you can see where we've done the increases going across there. Okay. So now this week we're going to actually knit the thumb. Okay. So the first one is shaping the thumb. We're going to knit 27. Start with 3, 4, 5, 6. All together now. 7, 8, 9. I hope you're all counting. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You don't count with the stitches.
No. Trying to put you off.
Well, don't. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Right? That's not right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 24, 26. Yes, it is. But I'm a stitch out there. I'm going to do another one because I don't think that's quite right. And I'm going to increase on the next stitch there. Okay. So this is where the thumb comes away from the mitten. All right. So then we turn and we purl 11 stitches. This is the only time I don't do the first stitch knit through the back of a loop in a knit stitch when I'm doing something like this.
Terry's just arrived.
Hi, Terry. Glad you could make it. We missed you the last couple of weeks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Right, 11, and increase on that stitch on the next stitch. Okay. So then we turn again, and then we're working 4 rows in stocking stitch just on those stitches, and that's going to be the thumb. So you see where the base of the thumb goes over the base of my thumb there, and the thumb will actually go up here somewhere. Okay, so we're just going to do the 4. Oh, 2, 3. Okay. And here's the purl row. Okay. And then we've got another 2 rows to do.
Terry says, I'm glad too. School is ending for the year, so I missed that one. Where's it gone?
Oh, you're a teacher, Terry.
School is ending for the year, so it's been super busy.
Oh, I can imagine. Everybody's trying to make sure they've got everything done and dusted. Are you looking forward to a nice long break?
Nana Moon's on. I hope you're all okay.
Hi, Nana Moon.
I have a... Oh, he's disappeared.
I
have a new great-grandson. He was born on Thursday.
Oh, congratulations, Nana. What, do you know what they're going to call him? Oh, how lovely. I've got a great-grandson as well. His name's Albert. Albert? No, Arthur.
I don't know.
Hope my granddaughter's not watching. Right, so that was the 4 rows in stockinette. And then we just cast off loosely and leave a tail for sewing up. So you haven't missed too much, Terry. I'm going to just go over, I'm going to recap what we've done so far. I never got my bag out with me scissors in.
Don't forget to send us your photos of your knit along bits.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and give us a thummies.
Snowy Cat's just told them all that.
Oh, thank you, Snowy Cat. I actually can't read the screen tonight because I've got my knitting glasses on, or my reading glasses. So I can't actually read what's on the screen at the moment.
I can.
You can. Oh, I did ask you to tell me what was on.
It's on my camera screen.
So there.
Which way round are we looking at this?
I'm going to turn this round.
Oh, right, okay.
To recap, I'm going to cut that in a minute. Actually, can you pass me that bag just there? That little one.
That one.
That one, yeah.
Sorry for the shadow.
I think there's some... Sorry about this, people. Some scissors in there. So, and we have to leave about 10 inches. So I tend to be a bit generous and leave a bit more.
Nana Moon says his name is Aries.
His name is?
Aries.
Aries?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How lovely.
Terry says, I did finish my thrummed mittens. They are pink with white thrums. I'll send a picture.
Please do. Can you also please send me instructions on how to do it? Right.
Wilma says, did you make stitch markers yourself, Sophia?
No. I bought these at one of the shows. I haven't got time to make stitch markers. I probably could if I tried, but no. But these were just too pretty to resist, I'm afraid. So I bought them. I've got quite a few stitch markers now, but some of them are upstairs. Some of them are now in the storage unit, and I have about half a dozen still here. Plus, I've still got some of the little metal ones that I was using on the blue baby blanket, which is finished and is actually going off on Tuesday morning. The cape went on Sunday, so I haven't heard anything from her since, so I'm assuming it's okay. Right, just to recap, we started off with some Aran yarn. About 100 grams is all you need, and size 7 needles. And I cast on 36 stitches and did knit 1, purl 1, rib for 3 inches. Yeah, it's about 3 inches. Okay, you can do it for longer if you want to, or you can do it for shorter. It's entirely up to yourself. Then we did the next stage after that was to do 6 rows in stocking stitch. So 1 row knit, 1 row purl for 6 rows. Not very much, just a little bit away from the, and that's when the stitch where we're putting the, actually I put that in the wrong stitch, but never mind. And then we worked on the thumb gusset, which is this bit here, and we were knitting 16, then we put the stitch marker in. Let's put that where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in that one. There we go. That's better. Knitted the first 16 stitches, and then we were doing where were we? Knit 16, place a stitch marker, increase 1 stitch, knit 1 stitch, and then increase a stitch, and then knit to the end. Then come back and purl all the way across, because every purl row, every second row is all the even rows are purls. Okay, that's all purl rows.
Cozy Hermitage Craft Cottage. Love the stitch markers.
Oh, yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? I bought them at one of the shows we went to. They weren't that expensive either, really, considering they're beautifully made. Little diamanty things in there. Very, I do like a bit of bling. Anyway, then with the thumb gusset, we would knit the first 16, increase 1, knit the stitches in the middle, increase 1 at the other side, and then knit to the end of the row, and then purl all the way back across and start again. And each time we would increase 1, so we were knitting 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and that's where we got to here, which is where we finished last week. And this week I've only done the thumb because the next bit is a little bit more complicated, so that's next week's session. But there we knitted across 27, increased 1, and then turned round and purled 11, or in my case 12, because somehow I achieved an extra stitch, but there you go. And then it was just a case of working 4 rows of stocking stitch and then casting off, and there you have the thumb. And if I put that round my thumb, there it is. There's the gusset there, which goes over the bony bit in your hand where the thumb goes into the wrist. This is for a man's hand, so it's a bit big on me, but there's the rib all the way around, and you can see that we will be stitching up the other side. Okay, and the only reason I'm leaving this to the next is because you've got to knit and then catch it up over that side as well, so that's not going to be the easiest thing to do. So we've got the 10 inches left there, a bit more than 10 inches, but there's your thumb. So it's very simple, and that's where we're going to leave it for this week. So are you doing any more thrummed mittens? There you go. It's going in its little hidey hole, look. Are you doing any more thrummed mittens, Terry? Because I would love to have a go at them. Haven't got a clue how to even start. I don't even know where I would get the thrums from or how I knit them in. So any tips you could give me, and we'll perhaps try that later. That would be lovely. Right, as for anybody that wasn't in at the beginning, I know it's not always possible to get in right on time. So this is the little yellow blanket that I started doing last week, and I'd done the square, and I was doing 1 stitch lemon, 1 stitch white, and I'd got a few rows up and I didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it. So I took that out and did row of white, row of lemon, row of white, row of lemon. And that's what I've done all the way up. And I've almost finished the first 2 balls of yarn. That's 100 grams of white and 100 grams of lemon. So I've been working on that. Okay, I haven't got the crochet project from work yet, but I'll show you that when I do get it. I should have that by next week. And what else have I been working on? I've been working on, I know I finished all those projects and I was very good and I'd completed my projects half done. That's the blue baby blanket waiting to go. Have a sneak peek. There's the blue. Okay, I think everybody saw it last week. Was it last week? And I said it's been ready for a while. Okay, and also I've been working on, oh, let's get these 2 out. Another 2, not 1, 2, working on 2 cape shawls. And here's the first one. And the shaping is all done. And I'm starting on the feather and fan at the bottom. See, I've just got the first 2 rows of the feather and fan done. Okay, so that's that one. This is the same colours as the big baby blanket that I did, because I'd got some yarn left. So I thought, ooh,
hang on.
That sounds nice. I was just going to straighten it out a bit so you could see. I'll fold it over. You can sort of get a better view of it. Okay. So that's that one. That one's in James C. Brett, and it's James C. Brett double knitting. Okay, it's the Aurora. And this one is, oh, it's just got a colour AU08, so it's Aurora 08. There we go. And I've got another full 100 grams. It's 377 yards, so I think that'll be enough to do this one. So that's that one that I'm working on. And then I decided I'd quite like to do one. I've got this yarn and it's a coffee colour. And this is actually coming up a little bit smaller, but then it's actually nowhere near completed the increasing yet. So it will be a bit bigger by the time I finish. And that's going to be paired with a cream. So when I get to the end of the increases, there'll be a row of cream. And then at the bottom of the cape, there will be a row of feather and fan in cream. And then the edging that comes up and round the neck and back down and then comes back up and does the buttonholes will also be in cream. So that's the idea. I think that'll work. I'm sure you'll tell me if you think it won't. And that's in, oh, I've lost the...
Wilma says I'm using James C. Brett 100% cotton yarn in blues for my granny square jumper.
Oh, how lovely. Who said that?
Wilma.
Oh, Wilma, that sounds beautiful. This is a So Crafty double knit yarn. Okay, 100 grams. It's ever so soft. It's lovely and soft and squidgy.
Squidgy.
Squidgy, yeah, squidgy. A good yarn is always squidgy, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Can
That's how
you
don't do, eh?
Can have a squidge.
No. You can have a little squidge there.
There?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Only a little squidge. Only a little squidge. And then the cream is a yarn fair double knitting, and this one's machine wash and tumble dry, and it just says it's cream, so there's 100 grams there as well.
Keep it still.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
I'm moving it all over the place. So there we go. So I'll do a bit of this now. So this is the increasing, and I've got to the stage. Yeah, that's right.
Snowy Cat says, love the colours of the Aurora yarn.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful. That's the James C. Brett. So it is beautiful.
Terry says it's 3:28 p.m. here. So rainy. Been raining every Saturday for 12 Saturdays in a row.
Oh my goodness, that's not fun.
Well, we had an ear-on thunderstorm this afternoon.
We did, yes.
But it missed us.
Was, yeah, and then it just sailed past. So on this, you just do trebles, and then you do 2 trebles into the same stitch on there, and then you do trebles along to the next one. So I've got on a few of these. Whoops, there's the next one where it's 2 into the 1 stitch. You can see the 2 there making the V, and it's always into the first. You do the 2 into the first stitch, and it works the same when you're going back that way. You're still working into the first stitch. Okay, so I think I'll do a bit of this. So how's everybody? What's everybody else working on? Has anybody finished their mittens yet, apart from Terry? And Terry, what age group do you teach? I didn't even know you were a teacher until you said school was breaking up. You could be a pupil, of course, but I don't think so. Let me pop that back down there out the way, and then I can sit and relax and chat to you, can't I? So is everybody happy about these live streams all starting now at 8 p.m. instead of 7:30? If it's a problem for anybody, please let me know. We can always alternate them and do one on 7:30 and one on 8, if that's makes life easier for people. That's all we want. I'm so used to doing double crochet on this blanket, but never mind.
Terry says she teaches 3, 4 to 5 year olds.
Oh, how lovely. Oh, that must be a bundle of fun. It really must, because that's such a lovely age, the 3 to 4. They're just starting to get cheeky and chatty and so inquisitive at that age.
Wilma says 2029 here, raining too, but had 46 days without rain.
Oh, wow.
It's a record, isn't it?
Yeah. How did you get that many days without rain?
Because it didn't rain.
I know that. But everybody else got rain.
Cozy Hermitage Craft Cottage is 82 Fahrenheit here, sunny and warm.
Oh.
Wilma says unheard of here in Scotland.
Well, no, there have been times where Scotland has had really hot summers. Because it always makes the news if you do. Oh. If you get hot sun up there, it's newsworthy, isn't it, Wilma? But there you go. So we're wound up for today. Okay. I know it feels very short, but it's just half an hour, which is what I said. I don't want the sessions to be so long that you can't remember what we did. And as always, if you can't remember and you're stuck, let me know. I'll do my best to help you. I am planning on getting those patterns typed up and posted. I'm actually got to get a laptop first, because it doesn't work trying to do it on my phone, because I can't see the whole thing properly and see what it looks like. So I'm going to pause those, and I will do it. I should be getting the laptop next week or the week after. So it won't be that long, but it'll be a couple of weeks. And it's going to be a bit hectic over the next couple of weeks as well, because I'm actually going to be working more. I'm doing a full 2 weeks in work, while my immediate boss, Sharon, is off on a lovely holiday. She's actually in Weymouth this weekend, having a long weekend. So have a lovely time, Sharon. And then she jets off, I think it's the 19th. And I take over in reception for 2 weeks. So it'll be a bit mad, but we'll manage. Okay? So for now, I'm going to love and leave you. We've done a thumb. So we've got a thumb done. We can all do thummies now. And we'll work on the rest of the mitten next week. All right? I don't think that will be too difficult. Even if we don't finish it in the half hour, you will know where you're going, and then I can show you the completed mitten the week after if necessary. Okay, so take care, everybody. Keep safe in the storms that are hovering around at the moment, and we shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye, Phil.
Bye-bye. Try, everybody.
Bye, everybody. See you all soon.
Carol says thanks for the update on the pattern.
You're welcome, Carol.